Hello, I'm Jeff Van Treese, and this is Mobilized News. We welcome you to our show as we have our guest today is Laura Jedeed. Laura has a very impressive background. She was originally a sergeant in the United States Army, where she did 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. And of course, we thank her very much for her service. And since then, she's taken up a career as a journalist. She's written quite a bit for the New Republic, as well as Rolling Stone and Truthout. Much of her work has focused on the MAGA movement and the pro-Trump crowd, and as well as QAnon and all of the conspiracy theories that have flowed from that over the last number of years. So, Laura, thank you so much for joining us on Mobilized today.
It's great to be here.
So let's just start out kind of taking it back and how you've seen the Trump administration and how it defied so many expectations over the years, particularly the failure of imagination. People couldn't believe, so many people in the mainstream, so to speak, couldn't believe that this fringe element, whether they consist of white supremacists or those that have a very negative perception of democracy, or might even call them pro-fascists, that this fringe element of our society was actually large enough to attract the substantial following that Trump was able to attract. Can you just kind of tell us, where did our miscalculation go wrong there, especially as we're dealing with some current scandals that we'll get to? But where did we go wrong? Why was this something that was hidden or we didn't imagine could exist?
Yeah. I mean, it has been really quite something to see all this come up. And I do feel like there has been this constant underestimating. I mean, even now I see think pieces like it feels like every week, this is it. Trump's lost his grip on the Republican Party. And it's never true. He never has. Part of it, I think, is that he's very charismatic for a certain kind of person. A lot of people who are liberal or left don't see the charisma or the attraction because, they find his ideas abhorrent. But for a certain kind of person, somebody really a wide variety of types of people who are very frustrated, people in rural areas, people who are wealthy and who want to keep their wealth, people who are just kind of getting tired of being talked down to. For them, he is iconic. He speaks to them in a way that I think people underestimate still. Like I hear a lot of people who worry about DeSantis, and yeah, I certainly don't want President DeSantis, but I'm not as worried about him because as long as Trump is alive, it's going to be Trump. He's a cult leader. He's got that personality thing, and he makes them feel like they're winning. I mean, you go to any kind of Trump convention or read any conservative article on Trump, and they'll tell you how much he did and how much he's won, and it's just mostly not true. I mean, the things that he accomplished during his presidency weren't terribly impressive, but he makes them feel like a lot has happened. He makes them feel like they're winning. He says the things that they like, and I think his stranglehold of the Republican Party is complete at this point. Until Donald Trump dies, it will be the party of Trump.